Here it is, my old PlayStation Vita. Ah yes, this piece of crap. This is the reason I'm not buying a PS4 too. And you know why? Because this system is a letdown. I still remember when the system was announced, it had so much potential. I mean, you had this handheld console that was going to be something actually worth playing, instead of like the 3DS, which is a joke of a system. And look where it's at now. I'm honestly thinking of selling the damn thing. Let me show you why. So the first thing is the durability. This thing is absolute garbage. As you can see, I don't know if you can see too well, but there actually is a scratch on the screen. And keep in mind, there are some scratches on the back of here too. This is just from everyday use. Normal everyday use. When I actually carried the thing with me. This thing has terrible durability because it's got this cheapo plastic screen. And this does not hold up too well in the real world. Another, like the analog sticks, they're not too bad and it actually controls pretty nice. The only problem is, there's nothing to play on the damn thing. Did I mention this thing's DRM to hell? So Sony can like pull off PSP games off PlayStation Network because they want to. So here I have a bunch of games, and notice all the missing things. Those are games I had to delete because the memory cards are tiny, and you have to buy more memory cards all the time. The memory cards cost a lot, too. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, an 8GB memory card is what? $30 or something expensive like that. I mean, that's a lot of money. It really is. But let's see what games the Vita has. I mean, let's forget about the fact that this shit is DRMs to hell. And let me show you what I mean. Download list. Let's look at a PSP game. Not download using a PS Vita system. Oh gee, Sony, guess what? Remember that day when you actually accidentally removed the whitelist? Look at this, I can actually play it. This is DRM, guys. This is real anti-consumer shit right here. And stuff like this is why I did not buy a PS4. Because no matter how much flack people give some other companies, Sony, they're pretty bad too. So let's see what new releases there are. Okay, I can play some indie games. Danganronpa 2, Don't Starve, Giant Edition. Some Mahjong. Oh. Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, a multi-plat with the PS3. And I mean, now that's not so bad playing it on the go, but keep in mind, this is, keep in mind that a lot of games on here are ports, but if you're not into, Warriors Orochi or the whole Warrior series in general, you probably won't enjoy it. Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1. Remember, guys, this is the kind of game that you'll play right next to your Lost Prophet CDs. I mean, look at this shit. This is what Japanese role-playing games have turned into, guys. This is what Japanese role-playing games have devolved to. Real HD graphics worth $250 and tits and lollies. Real gaming right here, guys. You know this is going to be good because you can just look at here and you know the whole selling point is tits and lollies. From Compile Heart. Let's see what other games Vita has. Indie games. Indie games. Indie games. Sword Art Online. You know, a clone of Dot Hack. And look at these real $250 handheld system graphics. They really look like, meh, there's something meh about this whole thing. At Akaiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed. You know you're gonna love this amazing lolly strip game. And there's this i4. This guy's actually good, but not worth buying a 250 console over. And remember the support of a PS3 game. Oh, Lego stuff. So really, you're looking at just a few ports of Japanese stuff, which is very niche, and a bunch of indie games, because that's all I'm seeing here. Oh, and another Neptunia game. You know this is good. You know this shit's good. Look at this. Hyperdimension Neptunia copy of... Oh, what the fuck is this shit? Really, guys. You know, if you want to play this kind of stuff, $250. Well, it's not $200, but you get my point here. I did not buy my Vita to play stuff like this, because this thing lacks games. It really does. And sure, it's got some games like Need for Speed or Disgaea 3 or some Dynasty Warriors game, but it's lacking in games. I don't play this because it lacks games. And it's a system to take on the go. Now, I might be wondering, well, what am I going to do when I go on trips? Well, I've got this right here. Tablets with full windows so I can play my PC game library. I can play Halo on the go. I can play all these games on the go. I can play Half-Life on the go. I can play Quake 3 Arena. Or actually, I can play many PC games, especially older ones on the go. Or lighter ones that don't require as much hardware. I've actually seen people play games as recent as Skyrim or COD 4 on these tablets. Look. More RAM than the Vita. They have micro SD slots. They have HDMI. Oh, what's the Vita have? Oh, proprietary slots, no HDMI. Proprietary memory cards. Proprietary game cards. Proprietary software that you need just to copy a file onto your PC. You don't need this with a cell phone. I mentioned that they whitelist games because this game is not supposed to be running on the Vita, but for like 2 days they accidentally removed the whitelist, showing just how bullshit Sony is. Trust me, why is this company getting praised by YouTube commenters and the like again? Because the Vita is a train wreck. The Vita really is. So all in all, I'm really on the verge of selling my Vita because the Vita is a total train wreck. It's the Wii U of portables. And don't get me wrong, the 3DS is pretty bad too, but the Vita actually had promise and a lot more than the 3DS, and they threw it all away. Great job, Sony. Because now I can buy one of these and game on the go. And play my PC games too. Thanks to Intel.